Why do we have another Fire Emblem character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? A lot of you are probably asking yourselves this same question, but I am here to tell you the reason why Byleth is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. First off, it is a well-known fact that Mr. Sakurai himself is a huge Fire Emblem fan. I mean, you can clearly tell by just how he names every single entry in the series without even a script. Just by memory, this man mentioned every Fire Emblem main game without a script. And there is like 17 of them at this point. You can also tell how he was making fun of everyone that has ever complained about there's too many swordsmen in the game. And also the way he plays the poster and looked at the camera all happy was him saying, I love Fire Emblem. It's my game, I can put whomever I want. I mean, this man already gave us Banjo, he already gave us Hero, he already gave us Joker, which no one really asked, but it was still a really nice surprise. He gave Terry Bogard to arcade lovers. I mean, if you ever step into an arcade in the 90s, you were bound to see a King of Fighters arcade machine. And a lot of people drifted to it. I mean, it was one of the best fighting games in the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, especially King of Fighters 2002, I mean, people still play that game until this date. So I don't understand why are people mad about a character that Sakurai himself personally wanted, because I'm pretty sure he personally wanted Byleth into the game. Mad at him. I mean, it's his game, he can put whomever he wants. I mean, this guy has been pleasing us left and right. He added Ridley, he added King K. Rool, he added Simon Belmont, and that's without mentioning he added Ryu and Cloud in the past game and brought him back over. He brought Snake over, and at the time Konami was being a really pain in the ass to deal with. I mean, up to this date Konami is still considered one of the worst companies out there. And this man made it possible. I don't understand why are people mad at him. I mean, this guy has given us everything we have asked for, and people are still mad. It's inconceivable, it's incoherent, it's kinda ungrateful, to be honest. I mean, Sakurai deserves a freaking Nobel Prize at this point for making one of the greatest crossover games ever made. Not just a game, one of the greatest crossovers ever. I mean, how many representations in Super Smash Bros. There is? You have Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Metroid, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Kid Icarus, Castlevania. I mean, why is exactly Fire Emblem being targeted? It's not like all the characters are clones. I mean, yes, they play similarly. I mean, I cannot argue that Mart, Lucina, Roy, and Chrom play similar to each other. But then you have Robin, you have Corrin, you have Ike, which all play vastly different, and Byleth is not gonna be the exception. I mean, he not only has a sword, he has a full set of weapons, including an axe, a spear, and a bow. So he's gonna be a very unique character. You also have to take into consideration that Three Houses is the best Fire Emblem selling game ever, and they want to keep the momentum going. It's the same way Atlas has been pushing Joker into every franchise that they can. I mean, they have pushed it into mobile games, they have pushed him into Catherine, they pushed him into Tokyo Mirage that it just came out. They probably have not put Joker's face into a serial because they have not had the chance. But the reality from a company perspective is that they want to keep the momentum pushing. And with Byleth they are doing this exactly, especially since after the release of Byleth into Smash, they announced the next Fire Emblem DLC for Three Houses, which is kind of a promotional thing from one another, if you get what I mean. And not only that, there has been heavy rumors about Intelligent Systems remaking another Fire Emblem game, and the last remake that they made, which was Echoes Shadows of Valencia for the 3DS, did terrible for whatever reason. And it's not that Fire Emblem was not known by then, because it came out right after Fates, which was the best sold Fire Emblem game at the time. And it had really good promotional videos, it had commercials on TV, it had YouTube ads, it had GameStop ads. Fire Emblem Echoes was truly known, but people didn't buy it for whatever reason. So I'm pretty sure they don't want to do the same mistake again. So they're pushing Three Houses as far as possible, so when the next Fire Emblem game comes out, people do buy it, even though it's a remake. Also, to the people that they're saying Nintendo lied to them, that it's a huge lie. Nintendo never specified that all the DLC characters were going to be third party. You people just assumed every DLC fighter was going to be third party. If you watch the original trailer for the Fighter's Pass, it does not say anywhere that every character was going to be third party. They just say they were gonna be brand new characters with a new stage and new music. Most people were assuming they were all going to be Nintendo reps. I mean, like the Astral Chain people, Bandana D, I don't know, Paper Mario, characters like that. So even though 4 of the characters were third party, it was bound to happen that one of the DLC fighters was gonna be a Nintendo representative. And I am pretty sure, I can bet my life on this, that at the very least, 3 characters from the next Fighter's Pass are going to be Nintendo reps. Be either from Fire Emblem, be either from Xenoblade, be either from Mario, be either from another IP. I will personally like the Astral Chain representatives because I think they're really amazing characters and you have both male and female, which it has become a tradition at this point. Plus the way they play in their game, it's so unique that I would love to see that mechanic work in Super Smash Bros. I mean, if they can bring Hero and Joker, I'm pretty sure they can do something with Akira, which is the name of the Astral Chain protagonist. Or at the very least your siblings, since your character truly has no name, which is weird, but if you choose the other one has the name of the one you didn't choose, which, like I said, it's weird. Just don't dwell about it, just deal with it. But bottom line is, please don't be mad. Sakurai is an exceptional man. He works his ass off. He has pleased us more than we deserve. He has given us characters we've been asking for years. I feel that him including Byleth was just a personal request, and since Nintendo wants to promote 3 houses, I'm pretty sure they were pretty okay with it. So it was a win-win situation for both Sakurai and Nintendo, and maybe some potential fans. In conclusion, Byleth deserves to be in Super Smash Bros. Like any other character. Just because someone is not your favorite character does not mean it's not someone else's favorite character. You have to take that into consideration next time you start to complain about the inclusion of a new character. There's still some chances of you getting your character. We still have 6 more DLCs coming up. I feel that this game was just perfect before any DLC. Like, the base game was just perfect. So every character that we have gotten so far is just a strawberry on top of the icing. Like, it's not even the icing in the case, just the strawberries at this point. I feel people should start being a little bit more grateful about the existence of this game in general.